Sophisticated demons eating a child? Oh, what the fuck? Okay, so that was quite the flashback. Holy shit. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyle, and I watch anime and all that good stuff. Today, we have episode 7 of Frieren Beyond Journey's End. The episode title is Like a Fairy Tale. I have no idea what this episode is about. But a quick recap of where we left off. So we finally got to know our boy Stark a little bit better, and it turns out that he's a fucking badass. So we saw in episode 5, we met Stark, learned that he kind of was a fraud at the time. He just had a stare down with the dragon. The dragon left the town. The town praised him, gave him a bunch of food and things like that. And he's been in the town for 3 years. And then lo and behold, we find out from a flashback with Aizen and Frieren that Aizen was basically afraid of the potential and the power of Stark. And so he hit him. Little weird thing that happened, but it happened. So they left on bad terms. So he's been away from his teacher for a while because of that event. And then now he's in this situation with the dragon. So Frieren is like, we need a fighter. Do you want to join us? And then they go to dispose of the dragon, thinking that Stark thought that he would just be a distraction. Turns out he didn't even need any help. He was a fucking beast. Rose up through the sky. He did a Matrix moment underneath the dragon, then flew up into the sky, came down with basically one strike, one-shotted the friggin' solar dragon. So Stark is incredible. I can't even fathom what he's capable of. It didn't even look like he was trying too hard in the fight with the dragon. So we are in for it with that boy. And to have him on our side is pretty awesome. And he's kind of a cool character. He's pretty interesting. He's kind of I don't know, he seems like a chill guy. He wants to impress his teacher. He wants to come back to his teacher and tell him about the tales that he had, just like Aizen would never shut up about his journey with Frieren, Himmel, and Heiter. My big gripe about that is I wish he would him and his teacher would figure things out first before he goes on the journey, because Aizen may die in the meantime, but really hope that doesn't happen. I hope they go on their journey and Stark and Aizen can meet again, talk to each other about their adventures, and then Aizen can pass. So we will see what happens with that. What else? We have Frieren, who is just being herself, collecting spells. She wanted to stay in the town for years, but the leader or whoever it was in the government at the town was like, oh my god, you're Frieren, the legendary mage. Or not the legendary mage, but Frieren the mage. We'll let you through, no problem. So we are headed north. This one called Like a Fairy Tale. Again, I don't know what it's about. I don't read the blurbs. I don't read the little description on the episode. I just hit play and we go. So let's do that. I am ready for episode 7, Like a Fairy Tale. Let's get into it. Full screen.
It's a grimoire written by Flamma, the legendary mage?
No, books supposedly attributed to Flamma are never real. Every tome uncovered so far has been a fabrication.
We know about this.
This is probably the best imitation I've come across over the years, though. It's not a terrible reward to receive for defeating monsters.
If you say so. I don't see the appeal.
What a shame. When you find nothing but forgeries, you start to doubt whether the genuine article ever existed in the first place.
Which they found.
The great Flamma, founder of humanity's magic.
Whoa.
To be fair, it's like a fairy tale.
Is that what people believe? I suppose
Episode
enough years
name.
have passed that she's become something of a myth. I
Yeah,
might be the
Frieren
only
knows
one
her
left
so well.
alive who knew her,
Oh.
who remembers her face.
Did they know this? Maybe they knew that was her teacher. So she was the beginning of the magic magery? What?
Good morning.
Present day?
It's a miracle! She woke up early!
Okay, and you're shocked by that?
Astounded.
Yep.
This is deserving of a reward.
Oh my god.
What is happening?
Fern is way too nice to her. Oh, here we go. All right, so while the intro's going, I did forget something in the recap. Frieren has found the spell to see through clothes. That was the grimoire that the dragon had. So now we had that weird scene where Fern could see through Frieren's clothes, and she was like, "What do you see?" And was like, "Oh, my body's not remarkable." And then Fern looked at Stark and was like, "So small." And was like, clearly meant to be humorous, but it was like, what the fuck? So anyway, we know Frieren has a idea for that spell later on. So just something to put a pin in. So I guess we're going to learn more about Flamas. Still got some other characters in the intro that we have not seen, or I have not seen. You've seen everybody. I know. Okay. Here we go. Let's do it. Get ready. Episode 7, like a fairy tale. Present day. 28 years after the death of Himmel hero, the Eng Road, located in northern lands.
My most humble thanks. When I saw this landslide, I feared I would never find a way through the pass.
Fear not. We have a mage.
Hey, is this actually necessary?
Are you unhappy? He's offered a fine reward.
No, that's not the issue. This would go faster if you just used your magic to move his cart.
But what of future travelers? We'd be stuck here.
Yeah.
That's what Fern said. We wouldn't want to be selfish now, would we?
That's rich coming from you.
Oh,
I
see it.
insist you have a drink.
Oh, thanks. That'd be great.
Oh boy. Poison? Alcohol?
It's strange. I thought landslides happened on a bigger scale.
The northern lands have been fighting demons in this area, and their clashes have had a far-reaching impact on local terrain. This was likely caused by such a skirmish.
So now we're tending to the scars of battle.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Frieren caused it before.
Mr. Stark, would you mind helping me over here? I could use your assistance for a moment. Mr. Stark?
Hey, could you maybe drop the Mr. part? Stark is fine. It weirds me out.
A little too
Pretty
formal.
sure we're close to the same age.
Are they?
Well, if you'd prefer it.
See, like 17, 18?
Stark, you're wasting everyone's time. Help me.
Dude! I just
Okay.
meant that if we're gonna go on this journey together, you can drop the formalities.
Yeah.
We can talk to each other casually.
Oh.
Like
And it
friends.
wouldn't hurt you to be a little friendlier, you know? I'm a warrior with a sensitive soul.
What a pain in the rear.
What'd you call me?
I assume you're making good progress?
You heard her. Let's hurry, Mr. Stark.
Fine.
What a
You have
gang.
my undying gratitude.
Look at that.
If you'd like, I can show you the fastest route into town.
Sure, why
I have the
not?
honor of escorting an elf, eh? I've lived for many decades, but this is my first time meeting one of your kind.
I suppose we are a rarity.
Are you?
Now that I'm thinking about it, you're the only one I've ever seen in person, too.
Oh, I would
There
love
aren't
to meet
very
other
many
elves.
of us.
Huh?
In fact, I've only ever met a handful of other elves in all my travels. We may live a long time, but we've scattered to the winds. Of course, it doesn't help that we don't have romantic urges or reproductive instincts. We're
Oh.
experiencing a quiet extinction. Over 400 years have gone by since I've laid eyes on another elf. We may
Really?
be close to disappearing.
Maybe not. You never know. 400 years. God, I'm so fascinated with her backstory.
This
Like,
is a
who are
lovely
her
view of the
parents?
town. It's a busy day at the gate.
Busy day,
Those look
busy
like
day.
merchant wagons.
The Liberation Festival is tonight.
Oh.
It was on this very day, many moons ago, that Himmel and his party of heroes defeated the demons who plagued this land.
That must have been quite the experience for them.
The Liberation Festival commemorates their triumph.
I love it,
Every
man.
year, the statues of Mr. Himmel and his companions in the Central Plaza are decorated, and the town throws a
statues.
grand celebration around them.
Humans love to make a fuss.
She's
They'll
gonna
use
be in
any
the statue.
excuse to hold a festival.
More than 80 years have passed since the demons were finally defeated on that
80
auspicious day.
Wait,
That's plenty of time for even something so important to begin fading from the minds of men.
okay, that makes
But
sense.
we can't have that. And so we celebrate in remembrance of those who fought on our behalf.
You're talking to one of the heroes.
Excellent work.
The fifth time's a charm.
This sculptor worked faster than previous ones.
You are constantly getting
Nice.
statues put up in your honor, Himmel.
Here we go.
Well, how else can I assure that people will remember us?
Yeah.
Our lives are fleeting compared to yours. We won't be around for long. Take a look at this face. Future generations must see how handsome I was.
Whatever, I'm heading back to the inn.
Though, there is a greater reason. When we three are gone, maybe our statues will keep you from feeling lonely.
There you go. Your
Come
friends
again?
will be around.
You'll know we existed. That we aren't just fairy tales, but people who stood beside you.
And not just a blip. Flower crowns.
Every year we gather in celebration of the spectacular deeds accomplished by this brave
Get
band of
emotional
heroes.
every time I see them.
Now that we're here, I must say that you bear a striking resemblance to Miss Frieren, that mighty mage of yore.
Of your?
Will I still be doing this 100 years from now?
Oh
Yeah.
yes, for as long as this town stands.
Yes.
1,000 years?
That's more difficult to foresee.
Yeah, that's Hey, Himmel.
Well, shall we be off? We have a long road ahead of us.
Speaking of which, you haven't told me what our final destination is yet. Where are we going?
Look at the crew.
To heaven.
That sounds fun.
He didn't even know where they were going. 28 years after the death of the Graf Granat's domain in the northern. We're getting closer. I have noticed it's not saying 28 years and X months, but we'll see when it
There are a
turns
lot of
29.
guards here. Do you suppose something happened?
Maybe we should decide who'll be in charge of the shopping.
That's Fern. Uh-oh. What's she?
We're in town, Mistress Frieren.
What's going on?
Demons approach.
Sophisticated demons? I'm shook.
Well, Graf Granite, did you hire an elf to kill us?
I
sure.
can't take credit. Though it's true I despise you and pray for your death, Lord Lumnia. I wouldn't be so bold as to openly attack a peace envoy in the center of town. I'm no fool.
It's a peace envoy?
They're probably adventurers who don't understand what's going on here.
Certainly, if that's your story.
If that's your story.
But in these cold, calculating eyes, I see bloodlust. I know how the townfolk feel. They tremble at the sight of me, loathe my existence.
You're a
Despite
demon.
that, they still view me as a person. Not you. Whenever you look at my face, you see only a wild beast that should be put down.
And is that not what you are? Demons are simply monsters who have learned human speech. You only communicate with lies.
Why does he look like a
Throw
human?
her in the mansion's dungeon. My lord!
Why would she allow herself to be captured? Is this not the first time? Fern doesn't seem phased at all.
This is so boring.
She is so
We have
peculiar.
bad news.
They say you'll be down here for 2 or 3 years.
A shorter term than I expected. Could you bring me a few grimoires later?
Break her out.
I know you don't experience time as humans do, but this is going a bit too far.
It's not as though I actively chose to be locked away. So, what did he mean when he called those demons peace envoys?
I tried to get some information while shopping. Aura the Guillotine. You have heard of her, right?
The 7 Sages of Destruction. And Ara was one of them.
They're gone,
She
right?
was a servant of the Demon King. We killed most of her followers, but she slipped away and disappeared.
I see.
Has she reemerged?
Afraid so. I'm told that she came back to power 28 years ago. Since then,
When Himmel
her
died.
forces have been locked in battle with this town. There have been many casualties. But the demons have grown exhausted by the endless fighting. They've come here to propose a truce.
I see, I see.
Which is why they were let inside as envoys. How unwise. There's
Yeah.
no use trying to negotiate with their kind.
Surely some good can come of it. Why not speak to them? Wouldn't the best option be to stop fighting and start talking their problems out?
No, nothing will be resolved that way.
Hmm.
Demons are beasts who seek to devour. Have you ever wondered why those monsters chose to speak the same language as humans?
To deceive them.
Please, hero. You must slay this devil.
Himmel.
It's only a child.
No! Don't be fooled by its appearance! It ate her! My daughter is dead! Swing your sword!
Wow. Ate a kid?
It hurts. Make it stop. Please, Mommy.
Just a trick. Frieren ain't gonna give a shit.
Step away. I'll handle this.
Kill her, and we'd be no better than them. My friends, surely this scared little girl can eat what we do in order to survive. Why don't we give her the opportunity to atone for her mistakes?
No, Chief, you can't.
Are you crazy?
Atone for eating a child?
Here, let me tend to your wounds. You're in luck. I've been looking for somebody to help out around the farm.
Himmel, you're going to regret not killing this girl, this
Oh.
demon.
She's here. Why don't you speak to her and see?
Whoa,
We'll be
whoa,
in
whoa.
this village for some time anyway. We might as well try.
Fine.
How does this work? How? At all? Wait, it ate a child, and he's just openly let it live with a child? I'm very confused. Just hanging out with a child that it would normally eat. Himmel's happy about. Oh, what the fuck? Oh no.
Why did you murder the village chief?
I'm assuming it wasn't her.
We should have killed it at once. These monsters cannot live among us.
There it is again. Every day since I came here, I've felt your desire to kill me. But I just wanted to live in harmony. I figured out a way to make things right. Here, take this child as a replacement for your offspring. The one I ate.
That girl is the daughter of the village chief.
Yes, but he isn't alive anymore.
Because you killed him?
Despite my good intentions, it seems as though I've unfortunately made another mistake. You've given me no choice. I'm taking this child hostage.
Yo.
You won't stop me again?
No.
Mommy, please.
Why call out to a mother? Demons are monsters, and like all monsters, they don't raise their young. Once born, you are abandoned. You walk this world alone. That makes you ruthless, solitary creatures. Lone wolves with no concept of what family means.
Oh boy.
Explain. Why would you call out to a mother you've never known?
Explain while you're disintegrating.
It's simple. That word stops humans. It keeps them from murdering us. Isn't that magical?
Isn't that magical?
Demons use words to trick humans. You can't trust a thing they say.
Liars.
They're monsters who learn to speak. That's how the legendary mage Flamma defined them. It's in their blood. They're descended from liars. Monsters who found they could lure in humans by crying, "Help me."
Oh boy. Dude, that's dark. Dark as hell.
About the grimoires.
Okay, so that was quite the flashback. Holy shit.
Granat is late. What insolence.
Can't raise
It's
it.
a human diplomatic tactic. Frankly, I'm more curious about the rogue mage. I've seen her face before.
Have you?
Wild beasts who only communicate with lies. It's not an inaccurate description. She can see us for what we are. No one else in this town understands our true nature. Or perhaps she's just logical. She knows there's but one reason to learn our praise language.
They talk to us so that they may deceive us.
Yeah.
Every word is a baited trap. This town won't be standing for much longer. I should use the confusion as a cover to escape.
I'm curious why Frieren would care. You know?
Where are we?
Talk more about it.
This is my son's room.
Why?
He was a good boy. He'd often boast that he'd take control of the family soon, offering me a chance to finally relax.
Killed by a demon?
He fought bravely alongside His Majesty, who then gifted him this sword.
And where might your son be now?
Oh, God.
He died in battle against your leader, Aura, 10 years ago. This sword is all that was left of him. You monster!
Okay.
I invited you here to avenge my boy, the child you took from me.
With like 5
Slaughter you in
knights?
his name. Your peace means nothing to me!
Y'all are dead.
Allow me to compliment the tidiness of your son's room. I wager you've kept it just as it was 10 years ago.
Lies.
What does it matter to you?
I've kept my father's room the same since he was lost to us too. From when you struck him down.
The Battle of the Tongue.
We can put an end to all of this, don't you see?
Oh.
Or we can go on
He's
spilling
good.
each other's blood, causing more grief, ruining more lives.
He's good.
We can speak to one another, can we not? So please, let's find another way.
She's got like a shadow ball
Show
prepped.
them to the guest room. I shall consider this.
Your instinct was right, my friend.
Lord
They don't
Lubnia,
give a shit.
what is a father?
Who can say?
Yeah, why are some demons like with him younger?
Graf Granet resents us, but he is also an empathetic man, and that's a flaw we can wield against him. I aim to win his trust, and if I do, I'll ask him to lower the town's defensive barrier as a show of good faith.
Oh,
Then
God.
Lady Aura's forces will raise this meddlesome town and feast.
Got it. So that's the plan. Ooh.
I can't help but notice it's just you and me, Lenya. Where has Drat run off to?
He said he was eliminating an obstacle.
How irresponsible. What will I do with that reckless youth?
How old are the young demons?
Lord Drat!
Does that make sense?
This area is forbidden to guests. Why are you here? Please, return to...
Oh, this is getting good. This is getting good.
Sorry, I'm told visiting hours are over.
Where's her staff?
I'm an executioner named Strat. I serve Ara the guillotine. Don't fight. I have come here to kill you.
Okay.
I see.
Let's fucking
Not
go.
pretending you want peace anymore?
We've just begun. According to Lord Lugnia, this girl is the only obstacle standing in our way. If I dispose of her now, and we get Graf Granat to trust us, this town will crumble.
I should warn you that I am fairly strong.
Stronger than me?
I love it.
Stronger even than Ara the guillotine.
My God, that went by so fast. I feel like I'm going to say that every episode, but oh my God. So fast. Oh, boy. Man, it's getting good. It's getting good. All right, let's gather my thoughts here. There's something about pumpkins in this land. Has anybody else noticed that? Maybe I'm crazy?
Who is that mage?
Don't stand a chance in a fight against them.
You'd be sentenced to
This
death for
fight
killing
is
George.
already over.
Bloodthirsty mage sent more demons to the grave than anyone else in history.
Frieren the Slayer. Yes, we're gonna fucking find out how badass she is. Okay, let's talk about it. What just happened? Okay. I feel like the ante of the show just fucking blew through the roof. We've had, like, you know, world building, gathering our party. We got Fern, we got Stark, learned about the past of Frieren and the original party. We fought one demon before. We've seen a couple flashbacks to some other fights and things like that. We fought a dragon. But now it's time for the show to, like, hit its stride. I was literally just talking about in the end of last episode how I was like, the fights are incredible. I was like, the fights are incredible. Like, seeing Stark take out the solar dragon. And then I was like, but if they're few and far between, that's fine. Like, the show's wholesome. I want to see them on this journey, but it sounds like there's going to be more fighting. And that's awesome. Also, the next episode is called Frieren the Slayer. So now all I can think about is how she's going to fuck some shit up. I mean, she was playing coy there at the end in the jail cell, like, oh, here we go. We got Mr. Executioner here. I'm assuming that the demons in their forms don't maybe represent how old they are, or maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe they just pick like a human form to transform into. I'm fascinated about that. Want to learn about that. But Frieren in the audio at the end, you know, the lines that seem to be from the next episode, somebody said that she's killed more demons than you know, or something along those lines. Bad fucking ass. I always love when, like, a protagonist, like in this show, is like super strong, and you might not know it like in the beginning, but like it you know, it presents itself, and I think that's fun. It's like, hey, they're already formidable, like they can take care of themselves. Like in Dragon Ball Z, Goku is a big, you know, hero and warrior of Earth, but he gets his ass handed to him like immediately in Dragon Ball Z by Raditz, his brother, and like he went from hero to absolute zero like in the blink of an eye, and then it's about him trying to overcome things. So it's interesting when Frieren or Ed and Al, characters like that, are like super strong, and then they face things, and you find out just how capable they are. I guess Frieren's probably different a little bit than Ed and Al. Ed and Al did struggle like a lot trying to get stronger, but right from the get-go, it's like, okay, she's fucking the real deal. But now we're gonna know even like how real of a deal she is, and I can't wait. I can't wait for that. It will be interesting to see when she hits that like ceiling, like when she hits that demon or group of demons or army of demons that she needs help with. I mean, she did say they needed help, like that's why they recruited Stark. That's kind of interesting, you know? Like she's this big, powerful mage, and she realized that she did need like an extra party member. Or maybe she just did it because she wanted to experience the journey like she did before with Aizen. That's something to think about. Maybe she doesn't need a fighter at all, like power-wise. And she just wants like another companion, another friend. Didn't even think about that until just now. If she is like all powerful because she was brought up and taught by Flamas, that would be cool. That would be cool. Even if she never like struggled, like power-wise, I would be cool with it. You know, that would be kind of unique and fun and interesting. I'm also, as you guys know, or if you've seen the channel, I'm watching Invincible, and Mark, even though his name is Invincible, he is a terrible fighter. He is not like the most skilled fighter, and he's at least shown so far from what I've watched, not the most powerful either. If Frieren is like the baddest of the bad, or the, you know, the strongest good guy, that would be a cool spin. Like she never even like breaks a sweat all the way up until the end, or even at the end. I'm here for it. I just want to see what she's capable of. I want to see her just annihilate all 3 of these demons, plus that other little demon that was sitting in the chair that they alluded to. I forget what her name is already, but I'm sure we'll meet her soon. Man, typically I'm like floored after an episode of this show, which I am, but I'm like stoked. Usually I'm like, wow, that was great. You know, whether it was wholesome or like the last episode, I was pretty stoked because of Stark coming into his own, but like I'm fucking pumped. I am so pumped. Frieren the Slayer. Let's fucking go. Okay, I think I'm just done. I'm just literally like whisper screaming into the microphone at this point, saying how excited I am. So I'm just going to stop it there and get to the next episode. And I will hopefully see you guys there. As always, if you got it to this far in my video, thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate it. And as always, I will see you guys in the next episode. Later.